A little while. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Okay.
Often here on Business Life 360, we talk about the how of enhancing that intersection of business and life. Recently, I heard it described as not working from home, but rather living at work. So with this new workplace landscape, as we talk about game-changing positive habits that we can build for a lifetime, the three areas that we're going to address are how to manage our body pain for a greater quality of life, eating for digestive health, we hear about this gut health regularly, and thirdly, habits and remedies for self-care. So much to talk about in so little time. Kylie Studi is a natural wellness practitioner and licensed acupuncturist from ProMedica, who is going to help us develop positive game-changing habits. Kylie, thank you so much for bringing your expertise to the studio of Business Life 360.
Thank you for having me, Christy.
So nice to have you here. And the first thing I really want to talk about with you is this habit of being able to manage our pain and be able to kind of look within and say, what are the things that we can do to help ourselves feel better?
Yeah, unfortunately, chronic pain is something that a lot of people live with. Back pain, knee pain, arthritis. You kind of have to figure out your pain and what your pain needs. And I like to say with pain, it can change day to day. So we have to figure out what kind of day it is. Things like movement, exercise, activity can be helpful with your pain, but you have to figure out where your pain is at on that day.
Are there some specific strategies or remedies, if you will, that can help us manage our pain? You mentioned a little bit about CBD and perhaps some supplements.
Yeah, absolutely. So always consult your healthcare provider before you start any new supplement, vitamin, exercise routine. Of course, we want to be safe. There are several things you can do. Again, movement, exercise is good. There are some topicals that contain things like menthol that will kind of tingle and increase blood flow to the area. Topical CBD, some people find that helpful as well. Also, there's some great supplements such as turmeric. That's what gives food that bright yellow, beautiful spice. That is a natural anti-inflammatory, and that can be taken internally to help with some of that inflammation, to help the pain, help you get back on your feet.
I really like that as well. Those are great suggestions. And again, talking with a practitioner before starting any of these things is always a good idea.
Absolutely.
Now, something I really want to hear more about is you are an acupuncturist. Tell our viewers a little bit more about what that practice entails and some of the benefits and some of the kind of potential healing powers, if you will, that acupuncture may have.
So yes, I am a licensed acupuncturist. I am board certified, trained and studied for 4 years to do this. Yes, I stick needles in people all day. They're very tiny, sterile, single-use needles. The practice of acupuncture has been around for thousands of years. We insert those tiny little needles at specific points on the body called acupuncture points when we're trying to do things like help symptoms such as pain.
Talk to us, if you would, about some of the potential habits that we can get into that are positive and perhaps game-changing as it relates to feeling better as it ties to gut health.
Absolutely. A lot of healthcare practitioners really believe that gut health is at the root of our overall health. Our gut makes our digest our food, makes our energy for us. So if our gut's not working efficiently, we're not working efficiently. Stress, which is big for a lot of people right now, can really wreak havoc on our gut. So we want to make sure we're doing some work to take care of our digestive health. Trying to stick to eating small meals is always important. If you're starting to feel pretty bloated or tired after you eat, that tells me your digestive system's struggling a little bit. It's not working efficiently. That's when things like digestive enzymes or digestive bitters, those can be taken. Those can help your digestive system digest your food a little bit, take a little burden off your gut for you.
Give us some examples of an enzyme supplement that we may be able to take that may help us feel better.
Yeah. So digestive enzymes are something that your body produces naturally. These are different enzymes. They break down fats, proteins, starches. A digestive enzyme supplement is that in a pill form, giving your body an additional dose of what it's already making to help it properly digest your food so you can extract those nutrients that you need, help you feel better.
Are there foods that are supernatural foods and wonderful foods that can really help us and we can incorporate as habits in our lives that will also make our gut healthier?
Sure. I think one of the big things besides what you eat, it's how and when you eat. Eating small, consistent meals, taking in a big old meal is just going to overburden your digestive system. So we like to eat small meals. Of course, we want to eat our fruits and veggies. That's always important, good fiber in there. And I really like to say eat for the season. Nature gave us these certain foods at certain times of year for a reason. So right now it's cold outside. What's in season here? Root vegetables, hard squashes, things like sweet potatoes, potatoes cooked right, not fried of course, and things like the hard squashes, those are very nutrient dense and rich to help us get through this cold winter, give us that extra energy that we need.
Now, as you talk about that as well, the third area I'd like to talk to you about, in addition to sort of pain management and gut health, is self-care. One of my hot buttons, and something that I feel really strongly about that we really need to adapt in terms of a healthy lifestyle. Can you help us by giving us suggestions on habits we can adopt in our lives that truly help us to take better care of ourselves?
Self-care is absolutely important, and I think we're really finally realizing if we don't take care of ourselves, we can't be there to take care of others, we can't do the things we want or need to do, so self-care is absolutely important. I think self-care can look a little different for everyone, and you've talked about things like meditation, deep breathing, which I love, but calling a friend can be an important thing, doing some exercise or movement, do you have hobbies? And I think too, as we talked about food and things, what you eat and what you do, how do you take care of your body is also very important.
Now, as we think of those three areas that we just talked about, are there some takeaways that our viewers and listeners have that you could say, okay, if you did 3 things today to really implement these positive lifestyle, game-changing habits, what would those be?
So I would always say, of course, put yourself first, that self-care is important. Listen to your body. I think that's always the most important. And just remember to enjoy and live life and not let the stress get to you as well.
What an interesting practice, and this has been a terrific conversation about anything and everything we can do to really manage that internal pain, our gut health, and to be more, I would say, kind of conscious of our self-care. So, Kylie Studi, thank you so much for your perspective.
Thank you, Christy.
Kylie's unique skill set and natural wellness perspective has been enlightening, and we certainly appreciate her sharing her expertise here on Business Life 360.